Hello future professionals, welcome to day 10 of our top 100 coding question analysis. Today we are challenged with the question to find the position of an element in the given list. Before we start coding, let's understand the logic of the program. We start by comparing the element to be searched with the elements present in the list one by traversing through the list. Let's practice using pen and paper to get more clarity. Let's start by understanding the difference between index and position and the relationship that exists between them. We shall assume that we are given the list of numbers in the order 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? We all know that index starts from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? But the position is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? These are indices. These are positions. We shall now get some clarity. We know that the element 5 is located at the 0th index of the list. Next, the element 4 is present at the first index of the list. Element 3 is present in the second index of the list. But when it comes to position, 5 is located at the first position among the given numbers. 4 is located at the second position with respect to the given numbers. 3 is present in the third location with respect to the given numbers, and so on. So, we shall define what is an index. Index refers to the place at which the element resides in a data structure. Example, list. Next, position refers to the place at which the element resides with respect to the given order of elements, generally from the left hand side of the list. That is nothing but the position of 5 is 1 when we count it from the left side, and it occupies the fifth position if we count it from the right side, and 4 occupies the fourth position, 3 occupies the third position, 2 occupies the second position, and 1 occupies the first position if we count it from the right side, right? But generally we consider the positions from the left hand side. Now we shall get to know the relationship that exists between them. Relation between index and position. We know that 5 is located at the index 0 and its position is 1. Here we see that if the index is 0, the position is 1. If the index is 1, the position is 2. If the index is 2, the position is 3. And we now conclude that position is equal to index plus 1. Right? This is the relation that exists between index and position in general. So let's erase these things and let's start solving the real problem. We are given a list of numbers 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. We know that the index is from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we are asked to find the position of 20. Now let's start comparing 20 from the first element onwards, that is the 0th index. We compare whether 12 equal to 20. No. So we move to the next index. Now we compare, is 14 equal to 20? No. So we move to the next index. Here we check whether 16 equal to 20? No. We move to the next index. Is 18 equal to 20? No. We move to the next index. We compare, is 20 equal to 20? Yes. So we get that at the index 4, we have a number that matches the number that we have to find. Now that we know the index is 4, we can easily find the position by adding 1 to it. Position is equal to 4 plus 1, that is equal to 5. We output that 20 is located at the position 5. This is the first case, that is, the element that is to be found is present in the list. There is a second case where the element that is to be found is not present in the list. Now we have been given same list, that is 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20, and as usual the indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? But we are asked to find the element 30's position. We as usual start from the first element, that is from the 0th index. We compare 12 with 30. Is 12 equal to 30? No. We move to the next index. Is 14 equal to 30? No. We move to the next index. Is 16 equal to 30? No. We move to the next index. Is 18 equal to 30? No. We move to the next index. Is 20 equal to 30? No. We move to the next index, but we do not have any other indexes as we have reached the last element of the list. So we output the element 30 is not found. Now that we have solved the problem, we shall derive some conclusions from the solved problem. Conclusions. We must first know the length of the list, which we refer to as n. Second, we must know what to find. We refer to as f. Third, we must loop for n times, that is nothing but the length of the list. Why is it length of the list? Because we have to compare it with each and every element present in the list. Here we have 5 elements and we have compared it 5 times. So we have to run a loop for n number of times, that is nothing but the length of the list. Fourth step, we compare whether the element present at the index I is equal to the element that we find. If the condition satisfies, we find the position, that is I plus 1. As we know, I is the index. Then we output that the element f is found at this position. Next we break the loop. So with this code, we have satisfied the first condition, but we have not yet satisfied the second condition. In order to satisfy the second condition, we must initialize a variable found element to false, which means that when we start the program, have we found the element? No, so we initialize it to false. Next, we have to make some minor changes so that we satisfy both the conditions. Now that we have found the position of the element, it means the element is present in the list. So we change the value of found element to true. And then we break the loop. Next, we get only one output, that is, if the element is present in the list, we get its position. But if the element is not found, then that is the condition, if found element is equal to false, then we have to output that the element is not found. Now that we have understood the logic of the program, let's start coding. We shall start the code by defining a function to get the user's input. I name the function getUserInput. Next, we shall get the length of the list from the user and store the value in the variable n. Next, let's initialize a number list to an empty list. Next, we shall create a for loop to add the number that the user provides to the list. Next, let's get the element that is to be found and store the value in the find variable. Let's now return both the number list and the find element. Next, let's define a function to search the number. It gets the parameters number list and find. Here we initialize the variable n to the length of the list. Next, we initialize the variable found element to the value false. Here we create a for loop that runs n times and we check whether the number at that position at the index is equal to the number that has to be found. If the condition satisfies, then we find the position of the element. Next, we print the element is present at the position I plus 1. That is nothing but the position variable. Next, we change the value of found element to true. Next, we break the loop. Next, we use the if condition to find whether the found element is still false. If it is false, we output that the element that is to be found is not present in the list. Now that we have defined all our functions, it's time we call them. Let me call the function getUserInput and store the return value in the numbers and find variable respectively. Let me call the search function and pass the arguments as numbers and find. Let's now check for any errors or warning signals. There is no errors or warning signals. So let's execute the program. It is asking me the length of the list. Let me enter 5. The first number is 12, the second number is 14, third number is 16, fourth number is 18, and fifth number is 20. Let me enter the element to be found is 18. It says the element 18 is found at the position 4. Next, let's run it for the element which is not present in the list. Let me enter the same list. Let me enter 21 as the number to be found. It says the element 21 is not in the list. Now that we have successfully completed our program, I hope that you would have got the best out of this video. I recommend you subscribing our channel to get more such interesting videos.